So recently I've been watching through the Mike Flanagan Netflix shows for Halloween, and in this video I'm going over my thoughts on The Haunting of Bly Manor, and this is my first time watching the series. And The Haunting of Bly Manor follows a young American nanny, Danny Clayton, who is hired to care for two orphan children, Miles and Flora, at the English estate of Bly Manor. Now, this story might sound familiar to you because this show is based off of the novella The Turn of the Screw. There's also two other adaptations, one from 1961 called The Innocents and the one from 2020 titled The Turning, which I have seen, and it has like Finn Wolfhard in it, and this show is just far better than that movie is. But I will say I am interested in checking out the old adaptation, The Innocents, to see how that stands against this show. And if you'd like to see me cover that movie, let me know down below. But strange occurrences begin almost immediately, ghostly apparitions, disembodied voices, and the re-emergence of tragic events from Bly Manor's past. As Danny unravels the mystery, she discovers the restless spirits of Peter Quint and Rebecca Jessel, former staff whose forbidden love and untimely deaths have cursed the manor. In a final act of compassion, Danny confronts the manor's malevolent forces to protect the children, ultimately sacrificing herself so that the ghosts can finally find peace. Bly Manor redefines ghost stories as love stories, whether romantic, family, or obsessive. Love lingers, sometimes beautifully, sometimes destructively, long after death. And when I was watching the episodes surrounding Peter and Rebecca, their relationship and how that their story played out really reminded me of Tate and Violet's story in American Horror Stories Murder House. And while watching these Mike Flanagan shows, I kept thinking there's something familiar about them. And I think it's because some of the rules and logic in these shows is similar to Murder House. I also wonder if Tate and Violet are modern versions of Peter and Rebecca. Time slips and memory loss plague the manor's ghosts, especially Hannah Gross, who relives her final moments without realizing she's dead. The series explores how memory defines identity and how forgetting can be both a mercy and a curse. Danny's journey is one of confronting grief head-on. Her acceptance of loss, both personal and supernatural, becomes a model for healing, contrasting with characters like Peter Quint who resist letting go. Framed by a narrator recounting the story at a wedding decades later, the series suggests that stories help us process pain, preserve love, and pass wisdom across generations. I also really like Danny and Jamie's relationship, and it offers a soft and touching portrayal of queer love in a genre often dominated by traditional straight tropes, and we get to see another queer gothic romance on screen, which I'm just all for. Their bond, built on trust and shared trauma, becomes the emotional heart of the series. Victoria Pedretti as Danny delivers a subtle performance balancing vulnerability and quiet strength. Her portrayal of Danny's descent into haunted madness and eventual peace is deeply touching and impactful. Tania Miller's performance as Hannah is a masterclass in restraint. Her character's tragic realization and quiet dignity elevate the emotional stakes of the series. Oliver Jackson Cohen walks a tightrope between charm and menace. His portrayal of Peter Quint's possessive love and manipulative nature adds complexity to a character who would have been purely villainous. I was also very shocked to see his range and versatility as an actor, from his role as Luke in The Haunting of Hill House and how it compares to his character in this show. And it's just crazy how they both are unrecognizable. Amelia Eve brings warmth and grounded realism to Jamie, offering a counterbalance to Bly's supernatural chaos. Her chemistry with Pedretti is heartfelt and deeply moving. Rahul Kohli infuses Owen with humor and heartbreak, especially in scenes reflecting on his mother's death. His performance adds high spirits without undercutting the show's emotional weight. Benjamin Evan Ainsworth and Amelia B. Smith as Miles and Flora both deliver mature, layered performances, especially as their characters switch between innocence and possession. Mike Flanagan, who also wrote The Haunting of Hill House, shifts gears in Bly Manor from psychological horror to gothic romance. While he directed only the first episode, his creative vision is all over the series. The show's aesthetic leans into misty landscapes, candlelit corridors, and sad, gloomy music, creating a mood that's more mournful than terrifying. The direction favors long takes and slow pans, emphasizing on emotional beats over jump scares. The episode directors maintain a cohesive tone, allowing each installment to feel like a chapter in a tragic novel. The use of mirrors, reflections, and layered sound design reinforces the theme of duality between past and present, love and loss, life and death. The recurring musical motive also becomes a haunting lullaby that threads through the series, echoing the sadness of Bly's ghostly adventures. And I have to give The Haunting of Bly Manor an A-. I really like this show, but I feel like it was just a little bit too slow for me. I just felt more engaged to The Haunting of Hill House. Let me know what you thought about The Haunting of Bly Manor down below. Do you like it better than The Haunting of Hill House? I'm curious to see what your thoughts on that is down below. And don't forget to like and follow.